But yes, this sunscreen is very, very good. Pour a little bit. Oh my gosh, that is not a little bit. It looks like a cocaine party in here. This makeup wipe for some reason smells like a fart, and from what I've seen, nobody's farted on it, and it wasn't me, so I don't know what is going on. What's wrong with me? I am setting my computer screen. Sorry. So I have already applied sunscreen. As you can see, my face is Casper. This area is Casper right here. And, you know, doesn't match my skin, but that's okay because I always make sure to apply sunscreen. It is a huge part of anti-aging because who doesn't want to look young forever? So of the sunscreens, I applied my Neutrogena 70, but if I don't want something that thick, I will apply my Beripera, my Sun Milk one. I did a review on this sunscreen on my Beripera try on and review. I'll link that video at the bottom or in my description box. I'm going to use my sunscreen as a primer because sometimes if I use my sunscreen and then a thick primer and then my foundation, it won't look cakey because I make sure to spread everything very thin. However, I know my skin. If your skin is a little different, I don't want to be promising these tips and it not work perfectly for you. But if you really are adamant about using a primer, I would suggest it's thin and you don't have to put much on, the Smashbox Photo Finish. But today, like I said, I will be using the sunscreen as my primer. For foundation today, I'm going to be using the Double Wear Estee Lauder in the color Tawny. This will be a nice brush to use. This is from Sephora, number 56. Flawless Airbrush Foundation. As you can see, I have a little foundation on it. I've used this one before. So I go back and forth between this brush. It gives a really nice flawless coverage. Always the most natural application. It's very skin-like is the phrase that I've heard. So I just like to put it on my beauty blender and then just apply it. And see, the application is very thin when you apply it with a sponge. And always make sure to take it down to your neck. Quickly, if you want me to make a video about color correcting with the colors like purple, green, orange, their purposes and all that, please let me know. All right, gotta go. So today for concealer, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape in the color Light Neutral. So for concealing purposes, I like to apply it in the center of my face to help brighten it up. Why do I want to brighten it up? Well, when the middle of the face is brightened up, you look well rested. It's very flattering for photos, and it also brings light to the face, so you're able to contour and help make your face look even thinner if you want to be more dramatic and add more bronzer. But the two biggest reasons that I use it or do it is because I want to look well rested, and I want to also look flattering in case I have to take a photo at whatever time. You just never know, you know, Google Earth is always taking pictures. So I'm applying my concealer. The first time when I undid it and I started applying my Tarte, this is just off of one. I don't go back in repeatedly because it'll be too much concealer. As you can see, look how much concealer comes out from just one time. So I'm gonna bring light to the middle of my face. I want it all here, so I've applied it. And then for the under eye. So for concealer, you can use the exact same sponge that you applied your foundation with, or the brush from Morphe, M536, the concealer brush. It is an amazing brush and it really helps get in the creases, and it also doesn't strain your hand as much as the beauty blender does. So for the purposes of showing in this video, I will use the concealer brush and I just pat it. Powder. Today I'm going to be using the Derma Blend powder. It is not a very, for me at least, it's not very matte because I should have said this before, I have combo to oily skin now because I've been just doing a lot of skincare. I drink a lot of water, and so my skin has evolved to being combo, if not oily. So what I've learned the hard way, even for my skin, is that this Estee Lauder is incredible. It's very matte. It gives you what you ask for, a matte foundation. So what I like to do for the sake of not looking cakey is that I will get a powder brush, pour a little bit. Oh my gosh, that is not a little bit. it looks like a cocaine party in here. I will cause chaos in here. And then I'm just gonna go a little bit under the eye. Pat off the excess of that. And then just kind of put it over lightly on other parts of my face so that I can have a little bit. Now moving on to bronzer. Today I'm going to use the Hoola bronzer. I'm going to be using the Morphe brush, the E4. I've used this brush in several videos, and I will also in the description box link this videos that I've used this brush. It's excellent, and if you also want different looks, highly recommend watching my videos and this brush. So for the purpose of bronzer is I really want to define my cheekbones that you really can't see right now, but you will with the bronzer. Then I like to define my jaw, and I like to define a little bit of my nose and connect it. I do it in the 3 areas. I do forehead, cheekbones, chin. So with the application though of bronzer, you want to swipe up when you're applying it. With an E30 brush from Morphe. This brush is perfect for nose contour. I'm going to take a little bit and ever so slightly do the lines on my nose. So the closer your lines are, the thinner your nose will look. The farther apart, the wider your nose will look. So you really want to be steady-handed and careful when you're doing nose contour. I have learned the hard way. For today, I'm going to be applying Mocha, and for the brush, I will be using the E53 from Morphe. I know that some people use this for bronzer, but I love the precision, so I love to use my blush with it. So I take it, and I'm just gonna put it right on top of my bronzer, from the cheekbone here. I like to mix my bronzer and my blush together. I think it makes it very youthful and it makes me look very healthy. Now for highlight. So I am not a person that loves a blinding highlight. I'm just gonna be honest. I love a very healthy highlight, glowy highlight, something that is noticeable, but it's not like boom in your face. It's just my personal preference. You can love a blinding highlight. It is your choice. But because I like a very natural, I mean, just enough. I don't know what the word, I'm having a brain fart. I don't even know how to talk right now. I can't speak English, nor can I speak Spanish. What language do I speak? Whatever I'm speaking, you understand me, thank you. So today for my look though, I love to, for natural, stick to using Porcelain Pink by MAC. And the brush to apply it, I like to use, it's from Morphe. It is the R36. Perfect for foundation, perfect for highlight. So I'm gonna take a little bit and then just straight to the cheeks. I take it up to my eyebrow and I apply it on my nose, the corner of my eyebrows, and then on the top of my lip. And I personally do this. You don't have to, and many people may say this is a horrible trick, but I just like to also blend it out in the end, just to make sure everything goes well together. Ta-da. I love to use the All Nighter setting spray by Urban Decay. However, if you have dry skin, I would recommend something more hydrating. The Marc Jacobs one, it has coconut oil. That one should help with dry skin, as well as the Tatcha one. Those are very hydrating. Before, at times my skin was very dry, but now since it's more oily, I tend to stick with more mattifying primers, setting sprays, foundations. So now I use this setting spray. But when it was a little dry, more dry, I would use the Marc Jacobs or the Tatcha one. Those provide a lot of hydration and they will help your skin look really glowy and dewy. For setting spray, you just take it and voila. Ouch. There you have it. That is my video for foundation, or the application of foundation for beginners. Please let me know what you thought of it. Let me know what you want to see next. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if I cannot emphasize it enough, please, for the love of everything in this world, use sunscreen every day on any part of your body that shows, if you want that part to stay looking young forever. So seriously, on the hands when you're driving, face, the neck, and if you show your chest a lot, please sunscreen, and then you'll be fine. I really hope you enjoyed this, and if there's anything else that I can help you with or any questions, please leave them in my comments. I will link other videos. I hope you can see something next of mine, whether it's a makeup look or a lip recommendation or anything in between. I'm so thankful for anyone that stayed to this part of the video. Please add me on social medias. Let me know what you think. Give me feedback, and I hope we can be friends. So thank you so much once again, and I will see you next time. Bye.